So today we are playing Armada on TTS, and I'm just going to show some highlights of what happened. So I changed the fleet a little bit to bring two acclimators in, one with the Bail Organa as my commander, acting as the squadron pusher with a flat controllers. The other is the one that I use with the APT gunnery team ECM with the swivel mount batteries, and then I only put in one C70 with the TRCs. So for my squadrons, I have Anakin, Luminara, and Plo Koon, and I have B-Wings, V-19s, and the ARC 170s. So Shalabi, who is my opponent for today, he likes to play Acquaintance, so he brought a Acclimator which has Obi-Wan Kenobi, Gunnery Team, SI-7s, Reinforced Blast Doors, and Tactical Experts. Then he has his two TRC C70s, one C70 that acts as a Comsnet pusher, and one C70 that is naked. So for his squadrons, he has two V-19s, Plo Koon and Ahsoka Tano. So squadron fight here, I am winning, but we will see how it goes. So for the objectives, definitely I'm not going to choose most wanted. So I chose Solar Corona in the end, and then we go to deployment. So this is the final deployment that we have. Okay. As you can see, he likes to deploy his C70s like Acquaintance all to the side and Acclimator in the middle. Well, I decided to deploy my two Acclimators in the middle because it's Solar Corona, and I'm trying to change everything to in the middle so that I can react to his deployment. Then we'll go to the first round. So round 1, you can see that we have just moving our fleets forward, and I'm just trying to turn and face him. So this is the end of round 2, and as you can see, my Acclimator, that is the squadron pusher, has taken quite a bit of damage. So he's playing his C70s, the Acquaintance. They are shooting only from the side, but with TRC, this has actually thrown enough damage at me that my front shields are 0. So I'm still trying to catch his Acclimator. As you can see, my blue Acclimator is actually trying to face him head on, and my C70 is actually trying to go to the side. The squadron fight is already engaged, and I do manage to get some bit of bombing, but we will see what happens in round 3. So this is the end of round 3, and as you can see, it's actually the end of a very brutal fight. So his C70s have actually taken care of my Acclimator and blew it out of the water, and also at the same time dealt some damage to my blue Acclimator. As you can see, the front shield of my blue Acclimator is actually 0. But in return, I removed his Acclimator as well. Squadron fight, currently I think I am winning because most of my squadron is still around, and he has lost both his V-19s. So I have one V-19 left, and my Jedi escorts are also around, and my bombers are also still around. So we'll see what happens next. So we decided to call it in round 4 after he exchanged the blue C70 for my blue Acclimator, because as you can see, both of us are actually flying out of the battle. We won't be engaging anymore. So final thoughts. I lost this battle because I lost both my Acclimators, whereas Shalabi only lost one Acclimator and one C70. In terms of the squadron fight, I managed to kill both his V-19s and one squadron and one Jedi, Ahsoka Tano, whereas he only managed to kill my two V-19 escorts. But it doesn't make up for the points that I lost in two Acclimators. Now, Shalabi favors flying the C70s like an Acquaintance, using the Confire dial to add 1 red dice to its sight so that it shoots 3 red dice with TRC. But this is not the way that I favor, because I favor flying the C70 like a TRC 90. But it does have its merits because he's cutting the battlefield at the side. Obi-Wan Kenobi as an admiral for his fleet is very good because he allows the redirect of the C70s to be used to reduce 1 damage at long range. Because if the opponent can only throw limited red dice at you, usually we don't get that much damage off. And using the redirect can actually reduce the damage to 0. or to just one, which will keep the shields alive rather than redirecting both damage to another side of the shields. So for me, for the acclimators, the one that is pushing squadrons, do I really want APT and swivel mount batteries? Maybe, maybe not. It might be doing too many things at once, because if a flight controller is there, I don't have any other weapon team slot. For the other acclimator, that is the damage pusher, I am considering using the Ordnance Expert rather than the gunnery team, because I find that yes, I actually do manage to get gunnery team off because I have the Confire command down stat. But if I don't roll well for the Galactic Republic, there is no admiral that can help me to push the crit out. So maybe Ordnance Expert might be a better choice for me, because if I use a Confire, I add 1 black, and then if I don't roll a crit, I can Ordnance Expert both blacks to try to get a crit out. So we'll see how this goes in future battles. I will see you next time. Goodbye.